December 26, 2021, the day after Christmas, in King City, California, a beautiful area in the southern Salinas Valley, a young couple by the name of Carlos Lopez Sanchez and Selena Godoy were enjoying their afternoon when a gray 2006 GMC Yukon carrying multiple Sureno Gang Members approached the young couple, got out, and what witnesses would say was an altercation ensued. After that altercation, shots rang out. The Sureno Gang Members hopped back in the gray GMC Yukon and fled. Officers responding to shots fired at around 1:22 in the afternoon upon arriving to the scene would find Carlos Lopez Sanchez and Selena Godoy dead from injury. Over the course of the next 9 to 10 months, 7 suspects would be rounded up and pay the ultimate price. And what ended up coming out in all of this, and the most tragic part in all of this, was the fact that Selena Godoy ended up being 10 weeks pregnant. Here's that story.
King City have made another arrest in connection with a December 26 double homicide. They've also determined one of the victims, an 18-year-old Selena Gonzalez Godoy, was pregnant at the time of her murder. They arrested a 19-year-old Guillermo Becerra on murder charges this morning. There have now been 3 arrests in connection with this incident. Raul Lucas is accused of murder in the case. Also, Rocio Vasquez Martinez. He's accused of aiding and abetting murder. Investigators are still looking for at least 2 other people who they think could be involved. This is one. He is Elazar Arellano, considered armed and dangerous. Police have not released any information about the other person they believe is involved. If you have any information, you are asked to call King City Police. Phone number on your screen there, 755-5111, 755-5111.
Watch tonight, King City police have identified the 2 people shot and killed on Sunday. The killings happened in the area of Sussex Way and Wellington Avenue. Police say the victims were 20-year-old Carlos Lopez Sanchez and 18-year-old Selena Gonzalez Godoy. Police have arrested Raul Lucas, accused of murder. Rocio Vasquez Martinez also has been arrested, accused of aiding and abetting. Both are currently in the Monterey County Jail. Investigators are still looking for at least 3 other people who they believe may have been involved. Here is a picture of one of the suspects they're looking for, Elazar Arellano. Officials say he is considered armed and dangerous. Police have not released any information about the other 2 suspects. Anyone with any information about any of this is asked to call police.
Well, Dan, in the last 6 days, King City has seen 8 shootings. Tonight, the police chief calling in backup, hoping to crush the violence. The CHP, Sheriff's Department, and officers from every South County Police Department rolled into King City Tuesday night. A maximum enforcement patrol called in by King City Police Chief Robert Masterson.
For our rash of violence, it's a little much for a small department like ours to handle, which is why I reached out to our allied agencies and asked for their assistance.
Tuesday's crackdown in King City fueled by a rash of violence. 8 shootings in 6 days that nearly left 2 dead. The gangsters getting more violent and brazen.
We're seeing anywhere from 13 to 19 rounds fired in every shooting. And my real fear is that there's going to be innocent bystanders hit.
In King City's first and only homicide last month, the gunman unleashed 19 rounds on the victim. The violence has many scared and worried.
I mean, yeah, I have my little sister, my little brother. I don't want them to live around here with so much violence going on.
Chief Masterson hoping the show of force will send a strong message to those committing the violence.
So we're hoping to let them know that their activity isn't welcome, and that when they do things like this, they're definitely going to receive special attention from us.
Slows down for a while and then it picks back up again later. It'll be like a little moment of peace, and then again it's back to a war zone.
And tonight the police chief telling us that multi-agency crackdown will continue to patrol the streets of King City indefinitely. Dan, Aaron.
All right, thank you very much, Felix. King City PD is budgeted for 17 officers. Right now, they have just 12. The chief says 3 more are expected to come on board in coming weeks.
16-year-old has been arrested in connection with the murder of 3 people. It happened in December. 20-year-old Carlos Lopez Sanchez was shot and killed, along with 18-year-old Selena Gonzalez Godoy, who was pregnant at the time. Today, police arrested a 16-year-old boy on 3 counts of homicide. 2 others were arrested in connection with the shooting back in December. Police say they are still searching for another suspect, 19-year-old Iron Ariano. Anyone with any information is asked to call King City PD.
Investigation in King City. Police this morning arrested a 16-year-old in connection to a triple homicide. During the search, detectives made contact and arrested the juvenile. The case involved a man and woman who were shot and killed in King City. It was later revealed the woman was pregnant when she died. King City police are still searching for Elazar Aaron Ariano, and if anyone knows his whereabouts, authorities are asking people to stay away as he is considered armed and dangerous. And you can contact the King City Police Department to send any other known information on Ariano's location.
Well, King City Police have identified 2 victims in a double murder as 20-year-old Carlos Manuel Lopez and 18-year-old Selena Gonzalez Godoy of King City. 2 people allegedly involved in the deaths on December 26th have been charged, but police are still looking for a 3rd suspect. Police identified this guy on your screen as 19-year-old Elazar Ariano from King City. He's believed to be the 3rd suspect. Police say if you come in contact with this guy, don't approach him. He's considered armed and dangerous. Anyone with information about Ariano should call King City Police.
Everyone believed to be connected to a 2021 triple homicide has now been arrested. That's according to King City Police tonight. The latest arrest was 25-year-old Jasmine Matilda Aviles. This morning she was arrested. They say that she helped hide Elazar Arellano from authorities. He's the 20-year-old that was on the run for 9 months before he was arrested. Authorities say 4 people, including Arellano, drove to Sussex Way where they shot and killed a 20-year-old man and an 18-year-old woman and their unborn. Well, new tonight, a man who police had been searching for the past 9 months has now been arrested. He's wanted in connection to the killing of a young King City couple and their unborn child. King City police say that they suspected 20-year-old Elazar Arellano, who was, they say, involved in the couple's murder in December of 2021. The couple was shot at. However, Arellano left the area following the homicides, prompting the department to request the help from the U.S. Marshals. Well, they found Arellano in Coulterville today and arrested him in Mariposa County. He's now the last suspect gang member in the death of Carlos Lopez Sanchez and 18-year-old Selena Gonzalez Godoy. Arellano is booked into the Mariposa County Jail and is pending a transfer back to Monterey County.
All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Green Lit Gang TV. We're going to get right into it. But real quick, I want to tell you, thank you, and thank you so much. We hit over 10,000 subscribers. That means so much to me. I've had this channel for now about 10 months. Been picking up the workload, been grinding it out, slowly getting better. But none of this is possible without you guys. So just wanted to give a big thank you to you guys. So anyway, here we go. We're going to be going to King City, California, located in the southern Salinas Valley. It's in Monterey County, California. We're going to be talking about a young couple that was killed. Carlos Lopez Sanchez and his girlfriend, Selena Gonzalez Godoy. Now, at the time of the killing, it was December 26, 2021, about 1 in the afternoon, 1:22 technically, when police responded to shots fired. They find them. It was a 2006 gray GMC Yukon that was quickly identified through surveillance and witnesses. Now, as this case unfolded over the course of about, 10 months or so, they round up about 7 suspects. But at the time, there were 2 people that were quickly identified. That was Elazar Arellano, 19 of King City, and Raul Omar Lucas, 20 of Salinas. Now, these are all Sureno gang members. Okay, so keep that in mind. These are all Sureno gang members. This was a gang issue, an internal gang issue, and it spilled out into the streets. This wasn't just a random attack. This is kind of the best way to put that. So, a few days later, authorities serve a search warrant. They find illegal firearms. They also arrest, Rocio Villa Vasquez Martinez. She was a 28-year-old Salinas woman on suspicion of possession of illegal weapons and child endangerment, also for aiding and abetting and all these extra things. Then a few days later, they find Raul Omar Lucas. They take him into custody, where he's booked into Monterey County Jail. Now, Arellano, he was 19 at the time. He remained at large for a long, long time, okay? And then what ends up happening is an autopsy gets done on the bodies, and Selena Godoy, it was determined that she was more than 8 weeks pregnant at the time of her murder, okay? So that ups the charges. So at the time, they had Raul Lucas, Omar Raul Lucas in custody. He starts to face additional charges, which is an additional count of homicide. And then the girl, Rocio Villa Vasquez Martinez, also faces additional charges of aiding and abetting in a homicide. All right? They arrested a third suspect in the case. This is just slowly happening. Guillermo Becerra, 19, of Selena. So all these guys are young, man. The girl was 28. She was in her late 20s. But all these gang members, all these Sureno gang members, they're all very, very young of Salinas. He gets booked into the Monterey County Jail on 3 counts of homicide. And then there was still that outstanding warrant of Arellano, okay? So, and then as this is going on, investigators are like, but there's still a couple more people that we want to question, okay? Eventually, after 9 months, he had turned 20 years old, all right? Arellano is arrested, okay? With the assistance of a couple different county sheriffs, probation officials, the King City Police Department announced in a news release Elizar Aaron Arellano of King City, one of the 4 alleged members of the Sureno street gang who are accused of shooting and killing Carlos Lopez and his girl Selena Gonzalez Godoy. And their unborn, and it turned out to be a son. After the autopsy got done, it was an unborn son the day after Christmas. Arellano was arrested on the 6,000 block of Greeley Hill Road in Coulterville, and he was booked into the Mariposa County Jail. So all these guys are from, they're all Sureno gang members, but they're getting booked into different counties, and different county sheriffs and local police departments are all working together to apprehend these people, okay? So it goes on to say, Lopez and Godoy are found from multiple gunshot wounds in the area of Sussex Way and Wellington Avenue by police officers. And like I said, slowly information starts to trickle out. Information from King City, Greenfield Police, they launch an investigation. They review the surveillance footage. That's how they find out it's a gray 2006 GMC Yukon. And it shows that the Sureno gang members, they hop out, they confront the victims, they return to the vehicle, they flee the scene. Arellano, who turned 20, and Raul Omar Lucas, 20, he turned 21, were initially identified as suspects, and they had warrants issued. Took a while to get Arellano, all right? So, then they wrap up the woman. But, as it would come out, okay, 2/17, this is now July 25th of 2022, because remember, this happened at the end of 2021. As it would come out, King City Police Department on July 25th announced the arrest of 2 17-year-old male juveniles on 3 counts of murder, okay? They couldn't release their names because they're juveniles, all right? Omar Lucas, okay, now this is August 31st, so now this is almost 8-9 months later. He was sentenced to 58 years to life in California prison. They also arrested a 16-year-old gang member in this, okay? And it ended up being a total of 7 people wrapped up in this case, in this, what became a triple homicide. So those 7 people are slowly picked up, but this took a long time to wrap up all 7 people, because even all the way to October 12th, 2022, a King City resident, 25-year-old Jasmine Maltida Aviles, she was also arrested for aiding and abetting. So you had the 28-year-old who was arrested pretty much right away, Rocia, okay? She was arrested. But then here we are. This happens December 26, 2021. Then we go all the way to October of 2022, and they're still arresting people for this triple murder. And there's information scattered all over the internet. But the way it basically broke down, okay, is it says that Omar Lucas is the one that he's the one that was first initially arrested, okay? And they located him as kind of a prime suspect because his DNA because his DNA was all over the murder weapon that was collected during these search warrants by detectives. It states that on December 26, 2021, Omar Lucas meets up with these 3 other Sureno gang members. They drive, they see Carlos Lopez, they see Selena Godoy, who obviously they don't know at the time is 10 weeks pregnant. Don't think it really would have mattered. They confront him, shots rang out, they murder both of them, okay? And then after that, all hell breaks loose, okay? And now you see this investigation where multiple counties, multiple search warrants, multiple people. You got 2 17-year-old juveniles, a 16-year-old juvenile, 2 females, and then you've kind of got the prime suspect in the case, the 2 prime suspects, right? To kind of tie it all into so if you have Raul Omar Lucas, and then you've got Arellano, who was the one that was on the runs for 9 months. Those are the 2 that were initially identified. And they were kind of, from reading everything I read, you could kind of tell they were kind of the 2 main guys in this. They're adults. The women were also adults. It's kind of interesting in this, right? You got the 2 main guys, Lucas and Arellano, 19 and 20 at the time of the murders. The women that are helping them are 25 and 28. So that's 4. And then you've got 2 17-year-old juveniles and a 16-year-old juvenile. So it's just really interesting, man. It's fascinating. And it's just all ties back into this gang culture. You know, the Sureños, obviously, like we've talked about in every video, they answer to La M. They are under the umbrella of the Mexican mafia. They are controlling the streets. They are controlling the prisons. And, you know, Carlos Lopez, 20 years old, sounded like he was involved in gang activity. He was possibly involved with the Sureno gang. And, you know, you see in the picture of Raul Omar Lucas, man, he's tatted up. He's the real deal. And, you know, even at 20 years old, I'm sure he's put time in. It takes, I'll be honest, it takes something inside of you to go pick up 3 other people and just roll up on a young couple like that and start shooting, you know. And, you know, obviously quickly he's identified. It said he got the 58 years to life. He got 2 strikes under the California 3-Strike Act. And, you know, it said a couple of the 17-year-olds, they're going to go through the court process at the juvenile level. So is a 16-year-old. I'm sure what ended up happening, what's going to end up happening, if it hasn't already, I really couldn't find anything that happened with the juvenile because the juveniles, remember there's 3 of them because those records are sealed. So I hope you guys understand that it's, you know, 2 adults, male Sureno gang members, 3 juvenile male Sureno gang members, and then you've got 2 adult women who basically aided and abetted and helped kind of behind the scenes keep some of these guys hidden, keep some of these guys away from law enforcement for as long as they could. So 7 in total. RIP to the victims. And I think obviously this case was in the media regardless, but then once it comes out that Selena Godoy is 10 weeks pregnant at the time with an unborn baby boy, it just brings everything to a whole nother level of tragedy. So there you guys have it. Really hope you guys like the video. I'm trying to crank these out. Working full time. It's just crazy trying to do these. I'm shooting this voiceover at work as I speak. So anyway, much love, much appreciation. We hit over 10K. Again, do not forget to comment down below. Please let me know what you think about merch. Until next time, peace.